Peace, and blessings. Hey, welcome back for another great episode of Scar Tissue Talk Show. And this is hosted by myself. I said it. And every show, what we'll be doing is we'll be inviting a past guest that has appeared on this show to be a co host. And today, one of our co hosts is someone you're very familiar with, my favorite co host of all time. And that would be the legendary, most beautiful, gorgeous, lovely. This is what I said to Shantae Moore when I met her, the gorgeous, lovely Mimie Acosta. How you
Thank
doing,
you so
Queen?
much.
How you doing?
Thank you so much. Nice little intro. I love it. Thank you. No, I am wonderful. Happy 2025. So happy New Year.
Oh man, happy 2025. I love that.
Yes.
Number
Yes.
nine. This the year of the number nine because two and five. That's five.
Yes.
That's nine. So
Yeah.
it's nine. It's all about nine, which is spirituality.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
I love that humanitarianism and many other things.
That's it.
Man, I love it though. Thank you so much again for just being here. How's your day?
Oh, it's going great. It's going great. I can't. You know what? Any day above ground is a good day. So I feel great. I feel blessed to be alive. I'm just thankful, for another day, another year, and I'm just ready to go. I'm
Right.
on go mode.
Man, I heard that. We stay on that way. We stay that way. But with that being said, for those that are not familiar with this program, I know I'll be over here doing a lot of different shows. Y'all might get mixed up, but we gonna keep it in order. And so today, this is Scar Tissue. This is an episode and a program about people who have scars that may or may not have affected their self-esteem. You know what I mean? I actually had a dream one day, and God delivered this to me. And when I woke up, I had the name, the Scar Tissue Talk Show, and I had the meaning and the concept behind what the show is about. And again, it's for people who may have been in a fire, what I'm saying? People who have may been shot, people that are may have been just born with a scar, people that have had surgical scars, people who may have self-inflicted scars due to mental health issues and conditions. But with that being said, this is about survivors. And that's who we are featuring today, another great survivor. So let me tell you a little bit about today's guest because she's here out of Chicago, actually. And I'm just really grateful for her to be here on the program. And we're going to bring on the screen. But let me talk about her. And she's actually the founder of Mogbo Marketing, weaving the thread healing experience. She has a head wrap called battle rap. I mean, the creativity, marketing behind that is just like that's just like out of this stratosphere.
Mhm.
Like that's just crazy. Battle rap, like that's super dope. I love that. She's an Egyptian belly dancer, WVON radio co-host. She's also an actress. She's a marketing strategist. Um, and she's also a business builder, and she's a painter, and there's many other things she do that we gonna learn about today.
Mhm.
But let me feature today, and what's her name? Mimi. Who are we bringing
Her,
on today?
her name is Chineze Mogbo.
Hey,
Yes,
I
we
love it. I
stand
love it.
corrected, honey. Shanaze, honey. She is lovely. I'm excited about her. Hey.
Yes, absolutely. There she
Hey,
go.
peace and love, y'all. How y'all doing?
Good,
Peace,
good.
and blessings, Queen. So glad
Good.
to have you here. Thank you so much for your time. How's your day?
So far, so good. It's been a busy one, but hey, I'll stand with my sister. Every day above ground is a great day.
That's right.
Amen to that. Amen. So with that being said, again, we here for the reason so that we can just hear and appreciate and just love on you, you know what I mean? And just remind you how beautiful you are and how beautiful everyone is despite their scarring or anything that they've been through, any type of trauma or anything of that nature. But we focus on physical scars. So I understand, you know, that you went through a traumatic experience and an inspirational experience too, you know what I mean? Spiritual, I would say, because you survived.
Mhm.
If you don't mind, can you kind of walk us through, what happened and when did this occur? If you can tell us about, your experience, please.
Of course. First of all, thank you both for having me on the show. I really appreciate the space to express myself. So just to let the people know, my name is Chineze Mogbo, and I'll start from where all this began, basically.
Mhm.
So where this began was it was a October night in 2018. Actually, I was coming back from one of those community events where we were just getting together, talking about what we're going to do in the South Shore community to change things, just make things different, make things better for the community, and everything went great. What had happened was, y'all, was that being the person that I was with, we were actually driving home. I was driving at the time, and I got extremely sleepy for some reason. And also it was a full moon. I don't know if that factors in, but I remember seeing the moon so big and bright, and it was just I just got really sleepy. So I told the person I was with, like, hey, I'm pretty sleepy right now, just to let you know. And he was like,
Right.
okay, well, I'll drive us home, I'll drive myself home and then you could drive from there. I'm like, okay, that's cool. So I got in the passenger
Right.
seat. He started driving. And then I fell asleep. Next thing I know, I felt like this really loud, like booming, resounding sound. Like it sounded like boom.
Mm.
I'm like, okay, what's going what's that? But I
Mhm.
Right. Right.
couldn't wake myself up for some reason. So I'm like, okay, I don't know what's going on. And then it just felt like the entire world was shifting, like the entire world was moving. And I'm like, okay, what's really going on?
Mhm.
So then I end up waking up. I end up waking up to the person I was with. He was just frantic, looking around, and I'm like, "What's going on?" And I could barely talk. That's what I remember. I could barely talk. So I'm like, "What's going on? What's going on?" And he was like, "We got shot." I'm like, "What you mean we? What you mean we got shot? What? I'm completely. I don't know what's going on. I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, what do you call the police? If we got shot.
Mhm.
So he calls the police and everything. And as the police comes, they get me out of the car and they say, we got one gunshot victim. And I'm like, who is he okay? I'm talking about the person they talking about.
Right.
Like, oh, I got shot, really? They're like talking in third person over me, like I wasn't even there, which is interesting. By
Mhm.
the way, I was fully awoke, I wasn't in pain, anything like that, fully
Wow.
conscious. So the police says, yeah, we got a gunshot victim. And she got shot on the left side of her head, which is right here.
Ooh.
So
Mm.
I'm like, really? I'm like, are you serious? Who? Like, I'm looking around and
Mm.
they like not even paying attention that I'm like, I don't even know that they're
Mhm.
talking about me. So
Right.
then they say the bullet came out. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm guessing the bullet went in and came back out the
Mhm.
same. I'm
Mm.
like, wow, okay. So at this time, y'all, I had a hair wrap on. I had on, my stuff. They
Mhm.
scissored everything off of me. And I'm just sitting there like exposed.
Oh
And
no.
the whole time I'm just hearing spirit say, be calm, stay calm. Everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. Stay calm. So I didn't allow myself to escalate, to get to that place. I just was like, okay, let me stay calm, see where this is going. They took me to the hospital and everything. And first person that was there, shout out to my sister Africa. Sister Africa
Mm.
was the first one in the building. And she was just like, man, you know what's going on, sis? I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna call your people. I feel like she called everybody in the community, honestly, because it
Mhm.
had to be at least 11 people came through. And
Mhm.
it was at my bedside. And I was like, hey, how y'all doing? Thank you for being here. But where's my mom? Is what I was
Mhm.
concerned with. Where my mom at? So I kept
Right.
asking people where's my mom at, and finally she came when the sun was up. And I felt like I couldn't sleep until she
Mhm.
got there, just because I don't know what happened. I don't know who did it. I don't know what for. I don't know what's going on. And I didn't feel like I was at peace, even
Mhm.
with my people around me, until my mom got in the room.
Mhm.
So once she got in the room, I said, hey, mom, I can go to sleep now. And I went to sleep.
Mhm.
And from what I was told, I flatlined a few times while I was
Wow.
in and out of consciousness. I kept waking up like And another thing, and guess what, y'all? We got to do this. And, you know, they kept asking me, like, do you know where you are? I'm like, yeah, I'm at the hospital. But ABJ in South Shore, we're having a grand opening. And like, so I gotta go. So we gotta hurry this up. And they were just like, she don't know what just happened. No, I'm well aware, but I just need y'all to hurry this. You know, so I was still very community minded, even when I was laying in the bedside, you know, fighting for my life. So long story short, I was in there, and it was very interesting because I also faced some medical racism in there too. One of the practitioners ended up telling me that, you know, you can't afford therapy, so we don't know what you're going to do after this. I'm like, excuse me, everything I need is already prepared for me. What do you mean? I don't, regardless of what you think I got in my pocket, everything I need is already prepared for me. It's waiting on me to get there. Okay, if that's what you say, I don't even know what you think what happened. Ma'am, do you like your job? I advise you, you know, to get yourself together, because how dare you, you know? And just like I thought, everything went through with therapy and things like that. And once I got to the therapy office, yeah, it happened again. One of the young ladies who was there was like, you're so happy. Are you sure you know what happened? Like, I don't understand why you're so happy. Like, you're smiling, and I don't think you understand that you got shot. I said, ma'am, I'm well aware, and this is why I'm smiling, because I'm still here. You know, I'm still here regardless, you know. And it was so interesting because as soon as she said that and I told her I'm still here, she got some type of pain and it made her fall to the floor.
Oh,
all the doctors were from my bedside to her. And I was like, are you okay?
Right.
You all right? And that just goes to show you, don't speak on what God doing over here. Don't speak on what Spirit is doing over here.
Ooh, I got the goosebumps, baby. I got the goosebumps going over here on this side.
Know?
Yes.
So I'm glad my spiritual gangsters checked her real quick.
That's right.
And got her together, you know, to let her know, hey, it's a reason to smile every day. Every day that you are up, moving, able to move all your limbs, speak with your right mind, you should be grateful and thankful. And I was in that grateful and thankful space. And I continue to be in that space to this day.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Well said. I mean, first of all, that's a very, very interesting story. And may I ask, whatever happened to the young man? I know that he was probably traumatized too, especially if he didn't know what happened. Or did you ever get a backstory on that? Like, was that like intentional, or was that like you guys just drove by an area and?
Honestly, we were sitting in front of his house where we were staying at the time. So we made it all the way to his house, and then they shot up the car. But we didn't know who shot it up, why they shot it up, or anything like that. It was a lot of speculation around what happened, but no actual facts. And to be honest with you, it was about, I want to say 30 bullet wounds in my car. And only one bullet entered the car.
Wow.
And hit me, which was on the passenger side. But they shut up the driver's side.
Right.
Which was very interesting. So to answer your question, we don't know. And to be honest with you, I can't allow those type of thoughts in my head, neither trying to
no. I was more like in the place of, you know, how is he okay? You know?
So thank you for bringing him up. Yeah, he's okay. So we still speak and everything like that. Of course, it was traumatic for both of us.
Of course.
You know, we had to nurture each other through it, you know, through the whole thing. But
thank God that you're here.
Yeah, thank you.
And your spirit is amazing even throughout that. So I absolutely love it that you even kept it in a way in the room for everybody to be like, okay, she's of a different, because you know, they're chosen ones. We can go through the fire and still come out smiling and running and shining. And because this is my thing, like I do every morning. Every morning I am so excited. I'm like wiggling my toes and wiggling my fingers and opening my eyes. And like checking that everything is working and doing my little stretch. And Father
Yes.
God, thank you, because some people don't have that. You
Yes.
know.
And that's what man, when I was in that hospital, I was just so grateful for everything. And to be honest with you, my prayers of gratefulness is what helped like the pain subside too,
Yes.
because I was in so much pain. And then I heard spirit say, but what are you grateful for? What are you grateful for in this moment? And I'm like, okay,
Right.
I'm grateful my son wasn't in the car, you know.
Yes.
I'm grateful none of my family members was in the car. I'm grateful, you know, nobody came back to finish the job. You know,
Right.
I'm grateful for water. I'm grateful for air. You know, all of those things.
Yes.
And as I'm saying all this grateful with these gratitude, you know, all this
Yes.
gratitude, this pain just started lifting off of me. And I'm
Yes.
like, oh,
Right.
gratitude is the way. Say
Yes.
less. All right. And it was on from
Right.
there.
I love it. That's
Yeah.
amazing. I said it. Say it. Say it. You want to say something? I know we
That,
will let you.
that, no, that's just truly unbelievable. You know, what I can say, God is good all the
Yes.
time, untimely, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Great.
Yes.
Come
Just
on.
is always here, always aware, and always in the existence. But you know what I mean? You just have like a what we call a warrior spirit. You know what I
Yes.
mean? And I feel like sometimes during these traumatic events that we may or may not go through, you know what I mean? Our warrior spirit comes out and is like a shield and just protects us. You know, even when we feel fear and we feel scared because of who you are and who I am and who Mimi is, you know what I mean? We have
Mhm.
this favor over us, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
We covered,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? And it's just, I just love it. And I'm just grateful for you to share that. You know what I mean? One of my questions would be, you know, when you in the hospital, was that your first time, you know, being in the hospital? Because sometimes being your first time in the hospital and then for something like that to happen,
Mhm.
wow. Like, you know, have you ever been in the hospital before? Needed surgery and things?
I have, but it was to give birth. This was for my son.
Oh,
So it was a
yeah, that's
different
different.
experience,
Yes.
but still a lot of fear, of course, because you're trusting your life into the hands of people that you hope care, you know, that
Mhm.
you hope will do the best to bring you through
Mhm.
the situation. So it's equally as terrifying. I would
Mhm.
say also it might have been a little more terrifying just because I didn't know what was going on, y'all. I had
Mhm.
no clue who, what, where,
Right.
when, why. So it was just so many thoughts running through my head on top of the gunshot wound, you
Right.
know? So yeah, it was more terrifying, I would say, that time.
And that was probably a good thing, a good thing in a way for you not to experience the oh my gosh, because I think that whenever we put that negative energy into something already bad happening, it makes it
Mhm.
even more worse. Like you said, you were in pain, and all of a sudden it's like the spirits, like everything is telling you to just calm down, it's going to be all right. And you automatically calm down because you already came into the hospital with that spirit of I'm all right. So
Mhm.
nobody's understanding. See, we're not for everyone.
Mhm.
Right.
So people
Agreed.
won't know how to take us. So when people are like, "What is she smiling? Why is she this and why is she that?" You see how all them spirits kind of like tone her down, like, "Come lay down over here, little girl," because you don't know what you're talking about. You need a
Got a
spiritual
lot to
moment
learn.
yourself. So
Yes.
I'm pretty sure that she probably even thinks about you today, like, "Wow, I wonder whatever happened to that lady," or if she only know what that did to me. And her life has probably changed as a result of this happening to you, at that
Mhm.
moment that y'all had, like she probably felt them spirits like, whoa, hold on. Is she
Yeah.
protected over here while you talking nonsense to her? Let's show you who we are.
Yes. An
Yes.
interesting fact about me, my name means God is protection. So
Mm,
protection since birth, you know, covered
Yes.
all over me.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
amen.
See, and then you got your
I
Gigi's
love
name
that.
you shared with me
I,
earlier.
Ashe, come on.
So of course, that's a whole nother thing all in
Yes.
itself, a whole layer of protection just by carrying on, such a great name. So yeah,
Mhm.
I love it.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
I
And it's
appreciate
so
that.
great.
You're welcome.
Excuse me, it's so great to just have friends. You know, like you say, you
Mhm.
called on our mutual friend, the legendary Sister Africa, and she showed up and showed out and just was there. And it's just so such
Mhm.
a blessing just have good friends who care and love on us. You know, now my question would be, you know, when you were laying there and you had learned that you had gotten shot, and you said they was kind of speaking over you during this experience, and you were like turning and looking, like, do you think or do you know that you was actually turning your head, or does it feel like like during these moments, like you say, you in the ambulance and stuff like that, moving around, and they're speaking over you? Is it kind of like, I don't know, because, you know, are you moving more, or maybe your spirit perhaps inside of you that was doing the moving and stuff, and you were just kind of still. I don't know.
You know
Have you ever
what?
talked anything about?
Oh, my apologies. Go ahead.
No, please. That's what I was saying. Go for it.
Okay. Honestly, it was like a out of body experience. Like I could see myself like laying there. I wasn't moving my head a lot because for some reason I couldn't move a lot, you know, but I'm looking around like out of my peripherals and everything, and I can see everybody, but it's like they couldn't hear me. Like I'm literally saying in my mouth, like, who got shot? Like, what's going on? Like, are you serious? Like me? And nobody answered my questions. Nobody's even paying attention to me. They just got the scissors and start tearing stuff off. And I'm like, okay.
Wow.
You know, so it was an out of body experience, but I'm thankful that I listened to the calming voice of calm down, just stay calm, just stay calm. Because I truly believe that if I was in a space of like hysteria, like it would have been a whole different experience for me, like whole different experience.
And they probably cut your clothes off, because if they saw the car and the car got all these bullets and they just saw this one on you, they were probably like, we need to cut this off to make sure she ain't got 5, 6, 7 shots on her. So that was probably the purpose of that too. Like, okay, she's got multiple shot wounds. But by them just, you know, making sure that you weren't, then that's probably a good thing too. Even though in my head, I'm just like, don't cut my clothes off.
I like them clothes, you know.
Right, exactly. Wow. Did you keep them and put them back? Did you keep them and put them back together and sew it back together?
I tried to keep my hair wrapped because I felt like, you know, it was some type of protection that blocked the bullet from going in any further, honestly. But they shredded it so bad. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna let it go. Let it go. But man, it was just interesting. And shout out to the EMTs and everybody who worked on us and everybody who was at the space, like the professionals who really helped us through that space too. I don't want to make it seem like everybody's bad. It was a couple of people in there, but for the most part, everybody did exactly what they were supposed to do to make sure we were safe.
Yes, that's a good thing. I love that.
And speaking on that hair wrap, is it any specific material? Like, I don't know, is it Teflon in there? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I need to know, like, what type of material is in your hair wraps?
Look, the material I usually use is African fabric all the time. So it's the thick wax, you know, that I usually use. But I pray over my stuff too, y'all. That's what it is. So I make sure all my stuff is anointed before it touches my body, before I go outside into this area, into the world in any capacity. I make sure it's covered and I'm covered.
Thank you, Father God, for sending somebody who's like me. Because when I say that I do that, I make sure that I am covered, shielded, protected, honey. I do a whole lot of Shabbat before I walk out into the universe, because there is a lot out there, honey, that we don't need, and we don't even talk it, because we already pray over ourselves before we even walk out the door. So we walk out in confidence, and that's a lot of people can't understand that confidence that you walk in when you walk in it, even after a situation like what you went through. I know everybody in the community was probably like, did she not just get shot last night and she out here talking about, hey y'all? How long were you down after that?
You know what? I was only down 2 weeks.
Okay.
After 2 weeks, I went to therapy and they told me I didn't need therapy. So I went home that same week. And I was just like, I still need support, y'all. But I was literally running, jumping, like trying to do everything. And everybody's like, hey, take your time, you know, take your time, slow down, you know, let some people care for you. And I'm just used to doing a lot of things. Like I said, I'm a mom. So, you know how that goes. The mom spirit just takes over me. No, dinner got to get made, clothes got to be washed, schedules got to be put together, you know, all of that good stuff. But it gave me a chance to really sit down and allow the people that love me to care for me. And for me not to feel like, oh, it's all on me and it's nobody else. But no, it was so many people that poured into me during that time. And are still pouring into me to this day. So I'm just grateful for the tribe, grateful for the community.
Yes, that's beautiful. I love that. I love the story. This is an amazing
Yeah,
story.
Thank you,
yeah,
love.
this is just
Yes, yes,
truly, truly amazing, inspirational.
yes.
Now, do you ever question the reason why? Because it's not like, I mean, you're a beautiful lady, you know what I mean? You don't have like a big hole on the side of your head showing evidence as if you gotten shot. I understand they have surgery, they sew people up, but how large was the opening, if I may ask?
Good question. So you can't see anything right here. This hair is thick, y'all.
Mm-hmm,
But
mm-hmm,
it started right here. It
mm-hmm,
was about, let's say, the tip of my finger,
mm-hmm,
as large as that,
What?
and then it came back to this part back here. So there's like a mini ball spot that
mm-hmm,
kind of
mm-hmm.
formed back here.
Right,
But once the gunshot like happened, it
right,
immediately started closing up and immediately started healing, and my hair just started growing. Mind you, I had locks at the time, and I started taking down my locks like before this even happened
Mm-hmm.
because I changed
mm,
my mind about how I wanted them installed.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like my head just started forming all around it, and it's like it never even happened. So I'm like,
right,
okay, spirit, thank you.
Hey, that's right. That's right.
Yeah,
That's the reason of protecting and shielding yourself every single day, because
yes.
you never know when you're gonna really need that shield, and when you probably least thought, "Oh, I'm good," that you were shielded, because that's a shielding. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's just a
Mm-hmm.
graze. That's just like you said, probably to just slow you down a little bit. Okay, Chineze, calm down. It's okay. Relax. Don't go from 1 to 10, to stay at 5.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you probably just needed that little holdback. And sometimes holdbacks are good because, like you said,
mm,
Absolutely.
being a mother, because I was a single mother myself, and we go and we go hard, and sometimes it's just that one little thing that stops us to, like, okay, calm down, it's really okay, slow down. And you've
Mm-hmm.
done that, and you didn't lose your community. Your community became stronger as a result,
mm,
I'm assuming.
Absolutely. Yeah. And you
right,
know what the beautiful part of it is? I needed that. You talk about why would if I ever ask why, yeah, I do. And the confirmation that I got is because one, I did need to slow down. Like when I say I was jumping off the porch, jumping out the window,
right,
everything for the
Yes.
community, on top of doing things for myself and my family,
Mhm.
I was wore out.
Yes.
But not
right,
only that, it's why not me, right?
Yes.
A lot of
right,
us, we look
exactly.
at detrimental situations and we try to see like, oh, why is this happening to me? Why not me? And
Yes.
what I found out is that it was meant for it to happen to me because somebody out there needs to hear it from me.
Yes.
Somebody out there needs to know that, hey, life ain't over because you
Right.
experienced something traumatic.
Right.
Actually, life can blossom into something beautiful if you
Mm-hmm.
allow
Mm,
it to. Just don't let that thing hold you back. So
Right.
what I found is that I had a choice to make after it was all said and done.
Yes.
The choice I had is either one, be scared and in fear for the rest of my life,
Mm-hmm.
just
mm,
sitting in cars, being around people, just I don't know, what happened of it
Mm-hmm.
all,
Mm-hmm.
just be in fear my entire life.
Right.
Or two, keep it moving.
That's
Keep it
right.
moving and keep it moving with grace and humility and keep it moving with gratefulness and thankfulness and
Yeah.
keep it moving knowing that you are here on purpose. And I'm like, oh, I'll take two,
mm.
please.
Yes.
I'm living in purpose
All
all
day,
day,
every
every
day. Of
day.
course. No, those spirits were already in you, on your
Mhm,
hospital bed, telling you to calm down. So you already
mhm.
knew, you know what? You're good. You're guided by the spirit. God got you. You're good. Don't worry about anything. This
Yes.
too shall pass, on the real.
Hmm.
Yes.
And that's where I
Amen to that.
was. And people were just, man, you okay? And all that. Yes, I'm all right. Are you okay?
Right,
Because
right,
I'm sure it's
right.
traumatic for y'all too.
Right,
Yes.
exactly. That way.
So yeah, it was just beautiful just to share that moment, not only with family, but the community too. And not only that, for all of us to come out as stronger people.
Yes. And how's your mom?
She's amazing.
Oh,
Oh,
That's
she's
right.
amazing. I love her so much. She got in the room and
That's
she was
good.
like, thank y'all for being here. I appreciate y'all being here for my daughter. Everybody
mhm.
get the F out right
Oh,
now. Everybody, and I was like,
Oh,
hey, look, that's moms. Y'all already
yeah.
know what it is, because just like I don't know what's going on,
Okay.
she don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
So because she don't know what's going on, it could be anybody in here. So everybody
Yeah.
gotta go.
That's
Know,
right.
so through the filtering process and her talking to people, she was just really on that type of time. And I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, Ma, hey, at least I can rest. That's all I care about.
Yes.
You got it,
Yes.
Ma. Handle that. So, and to be honest with you, something interesting happened when we were in the
Yeah.
hospital, because she'd come up there every day, all day. She'd sleep by the bedside, everything.
Mhm.
And one day I was in pain, and I'm telling the doctors what I need done. And the
Mhm.
doctor was
Right.
like, she don't know what she's talking about. We're
Mm.
gonna do this instead of this. I'm like, no, I know my rights. Like, I got shot, but
Yeah.
I'm not dead. Y'all know that, right? I know my rights. Like,
Mhm.
y'all got to do what I asked y'all to do. And my mom was like, no, they're trying to help. And I'm like, Mom, I'm not trying to disrespect you, but I know what I need in this moment.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
please respect that I know what I need. And she
Mhm.
was like,
Right.
well, yeah, hey, what she said there, exactly what she said is what she need. Thank
Right.
you. And afterwards, she was just like, well, thank you so much for that, because I was sliding down the wall and I couldn't see you like that. I didn't like seeing you like that. And I hated that I had to be the strong one in that space. But
Mhm.
checking me real quick and letting me know, hey, I'm still in my right mind, gave me
Right.
some ease about the situation. So thank you. And I was like, oh, I appreciate that, Mom, because I
Ah.
felt some type of way.
Right.
I didn't want to speak to my mom like that,
Yeah.
but we got a great understanding, a great relationship. So she didn't take it personal. She just knew that I was speaking from her heart. I was
Yes.
speaking from a place of knowing and a
Yes.
place of, hey, I know I got shot, but my rights is my rights.
Right.
Stand on those, please. Thank
Mm,
you.
that's awesome.
That way. That way.
Mm.
First I want to say, Mimi, you might want to adjust your mic because you kind of fading in and out a little bit. You know what I mean? But with that being said, also Chineze, oh my gosh, just a super powerful story of what I
Yes.
mean, everything that you are experienced. I have a couple of questions.
Yes.
So, like you say, like when people ask, "Are you okay?" You like, "Are you okay?" Now, did you find or do you find or discover people sometimes kind of babying you now because of what you went through, or kind of too overprotective as if you still not who you are?
Thank you for that question. Sometimes, not as much
Mhm.
as it used to be. Let me say it like that. When it first happened, uh, everything but a blanket and a bottle. They were really babying me, and I appreciated it.
Mhm.
Because I was just so used to being independent, doing things on my own. So it
Mhm.
felt good to be taken care of. In that space. Moving forward to nowadays, of course, they always gonna, hey, where you at? Who you with? Where y'all going to? Let me know if you need anything. I ain't hear from you in a couple of days. What's going on? So they do still check in and make sure that I'm okay and see what side of town I'm on, just in case, anything.
Right.
But I just appreciate that. I appreciate it. I don't take it as, no, stop, I'm an adult. No, please, thank you. I appreciate all that love and care. I appreciate all of it. I
Mhm.
know it's coming from a good place, a solid place, a loving place.
Yes.
So how dare me, say, no, don't you, no,
Right.
absolutely not. Please check on me.
That's
So
right.
I appreciate that.
I heard that. Thank you for sharing that. And just one
Mhm.
more, I want to definitely pass the mic back to Mimi. Um, do you ever experience like survivor's remorse? Because obviously, being here in Chicago, unfortunately, we lose so many people. You know what I mean? So many people are victims, and
Mhm.
it become fatalities. So, you know what I mean? Do you ever live with that, or you know what I mean? I understand you kind of over the why me type of thing. You understand that you here for a reason. You
Mhm.
show every day that you have a serious purpose. You are very special. But do you ever experience kind of survivor's remorse, or maybe in the beginning?
Honestly, I think it's less of survivor's remorse and it's more of, I can't brag on my city like I want to anymore. I
Mhm.
know that there's a commentary around Chicago about how bad it is and everything, But I would always be the one, even with my friends out of town, I would always tell them, oh, Chicago isn't that bad. They always
Right.
put different things on TV to make it seem like it's worse than what it is. And now I can't say
Right.
that because I got shot, so it's like, how you gonna say it's not so bad when you get shot and you doing the most, for the community? And I'm like, yeah, you're right about that.
Right. And you weren't even
So
doing nothing. You didn't. Right.
exactly. So with that, I just say, regardless of what happened, as you can see, I'm still doing what I need to do and making it a better space. It didn't run me away from the community. It actually made me cling closer, to the community and see how we can fix things. Because senseless shootings like that would have took an amazing person out of here, a very needed person in the community out of here. And it happens every day. So
Right.
at some point I did feel bad because it's like, man, I know it's so many people who didn't wake up. It's so many people who didn't survive. And I feel sorry for them and their family. But at the same time, I got to move in graciousness because I'm here, and I got to keep it moving because I'm here on purpose.
That's right.
Right.
I have a
Amen.
question.
Of course.
Please.
How is your baby boy
Whew.
handling all of it? Or how has he from then moving forward, like compared to then now?
Right.
Thank you
Good
for your
question.
question. My baby boy is actually 18.
Oh, that's a
He is,
grown baby boy.
yeah, he
Oh,
paid taxes
that's the
and
mom. Where you
everything.
going? I'm coming.
Exactly. So when he first heard about the whole situation and everything, and he came and saw me in the hospital, and I'm just like, hey son, did you brush your teeth? Did you wash your face? Did you wash your clothes? Did you did you do your homework?
Yeah.
He like, oh, she okay. She all right.
Right.
I'm like, did you turn in your project? It was due on Friday. So what did you turn
Yeah.
it in?
Oh,
He like,
Lord.
oh, she
Yes.
all right. She all
She's
right
all
there.
right.
So I was happy to really see like him not being in a place of fear, about his mom and everything.
Yes,
Because of course, if anybody hear that type of news about their mom, that would send them to a whole nother space.
of
But I
course.
did the best I could to let him know, hey, I'm still here. I'm still mom. Just know, hey, it's gonna take more than that, son, to take me out of here. No, I'm still here for you. And
Yes.
once we did that, we did what we always do, play rock, paper, scissors.
Yes. Yes.
I won, of course. And, and it was
Yeah.
all good. It was all good.
I love it. I love it. That's awesome. I love to hear that.
Mhm.
That's a blessing. That's a blessing because sometimes kids just go into a shell as a result, and then they'll
Yes.
be scared every time you go somewhere. Like, mom, where you going? What time you coming? This and that. Who's
Mhm.
going with you? Probably a whole 101 questions because now you're
Oh,
being
yeah.
separated or you're leaving the house or what have you. So that's a
Mhm.
good thing that he's roller skating with you.
Oh yeah, and I make it a point to make sure it's no fear in him. It's don't
Yes.
fit these streets. It's one thing, of course, it's danger everywhere.
Yes.
From the suburbs to the hood. It's
That's
danger
right.
everywhere, but you can't let that fear take over you. And I make sure that I let him know, hey, just because that happened to me doesn't mean that that's gonna happen to you.
Right.
Know that everybody has different experiences throughout life, but the
Mhm.
thing is, how do you recover from those things and how do you
Mm.
protect yourself so you don't put yourself in situations as much as possible,
Right.
because of course I wasn't outside looking for anybody
Right.
to shoot up
Right.
my car, but it happens anyway.
Right.
But there's different things that you can do to prevent things from happening, from stop things from happening, to really
Mhm.
get yourself out the way. Like, I'm out the way, that's a real thing. To get yourself out
Right.
the way so you're not in any type of harm and danger. So I make sure I explain that to him every day, all day, because he's
Mm.
driving now too. So that's
Right.
that's a whole nother fear that I have personally as a
Yes.
mom, because I know how it is driving Black in Chicago. Let's just be
Right.
real. Driving
Yeah.
Black anywhere in the United States.
That's
Let's just
right.
be
Yeah.
honest. So I make sure that I keep
Mm.
him educated on his laws, educated on his rights,
Yes.
educated on what he needs to do as a Black person, and also what he needs to do to conduct himself safely. Because it doesn't make sense for you to, even if they're in the complete wrong, you
Yes.
going and arguing with people and you trying to prove your point. I always tell
Right.
him, all the time. You can't you can't argue how right you are from the grave.
That's
You
right.
can't argue how right you are from the grave.
That's
So
right.
make sure you live to tell your story. And you
Mm-hmm.
like, dang, okay, I got it, Mom. Yeah, you right. I got it. We on the same page then.
Yes. Chineze, I'm going to say this. It's been a very long time since I've met such an interesting human being like yourself.
Oh, thank you.
Like you, like,
She's special.
Oh, I appreciate you, Mimi.
whew, amazing, amazingness. And you've done and you're doing the right thing for that baby boy.
Mm.
You gonna make me
Woo.
start crying in here. Look, I
Don't,
told
don't, don't
myself
make
I
everybody
wasn't gonna
start crying,
cry.
Mimi.
Oh my
I ain't
gosh.
never cried on this show.
Woo.
I ain't never cried on none of my shows. Stop doing
You're
that to
you're
me.
you're you're awesome,
Thank you. Thank you.
awesome young woman, honey. Yes.
Yes, good.
I
Woo.
appreciate it. And Ubuntu, I am because you are. And I
Yes.
can just see it all over you, sis. So I appreciate you for
Thank you.
being all that you are because you inspire women like myself, young girls like myself, my seasoned folks. I like to call them seasoned, my
Yes.
seasoned folk. You
Yes.
inspire too. So keep doing what you're doing,
Thank
sis. We
you. Thank you so
appreciate it.
much. Thank you so much. I will never forget this story and I will never forget you. And I'll never forget your name, Chineze.
Ashe.
Yes, no, that's it's an amazing story. And you're teaching him well because it's not easy. One day away from this show, maybe I'll share my story with you. But it's
Mhm.
not easy having sons in the world now driving, the peer pressures, what you've been through, what he's experienced as a result. Say a lot of young boys think it should have been me instead of my mom, but it
Mm.
happened to my mom. So now it's like he have the reason to like go out and do all great things because of you, and you're instilling in him not to be scared.
Yes.
You have a lot of moms that protect their sons even
Mhm.
harder just because of a bad experience. And the fact that you're allowing him to fly and come back home, just
Yeah.
fly, but you better come back home, you
Come on.
know.
Right.
So I love it for you and I love it for him. And it's an honor to have met you in this space. And we ought to stay in touch.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely. And we have a saying in my family, which is you got to let that bird fly. Like
Yes.
what we learned is that you can't cradle these kids and try to protect them from the world because
That's
they got to
right.
get out there anyway.
Yes.
Adulthood is coming anyway.
Yes.
So we
That's
we
right.
can't shelter them to the point of their detriment. They won't
Right.
know anything if we shelter them to their detriment.
That's right.
And you raise sneaky children like that too. They gonna get
Yes.
out here in these streets, whether you know about it or not.
That's
So
right.
I'd rather the honesty, the communication, all of that be upfront, as
Yes.
opposed to me finding out some other ways or in the worst way that you
Yes.
were doing the wrong things at the wrong time. So
That's
I make
right.
sure I keep that open line of communication. And yeah, you got to let that bird fly.
It's
Let
very
them flip their
important.
wings.
Yes. Yes. I love it.
Mhm.
I thank you so much. I know that we are running out of the little bit of time because I know what it is for you, but I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. You've you've done something to me, which it happens rare, but when it does, it does. So, but in a very,
Thank you,
very special
Mimi.
and very positive way. So I'm really honored to have this moment with you.
Yes, and I'm honored to meet you too. We definitely
Thank you.
have to exchange information so
Yes.
we can connect offline.
Yes,
Absolutely.
we will.
Yeah.
I
Now I don't
said
want.
it.
I
I
don't want to
said
get
it. Has
too
done it
deep.
again.
I love
No,
it.
I'm just God. God did.
Yes.
God did
Mhm.
all the time.
All the time.
But unfortunately, we still have about 15 more minutes of her time. It's only
Okay.
at 44 minutes. But
Okay.
with that being said, I don't want to get too deep with this question. Now, you have very thick skin, and that can be a metaphor
Mhm.
because the way that you heal, you got some thick skin, girl, and you got some thick skin to just do what you do and put up with everything and go through, the
Mhm.
community and to be a leader in the community, be an advocate in this community. You know what I mean, for all that you stand for.
Mhm.
Now, my question is, when it comes to your anatomy, physically, like I say, it doesn't even appear that you went through what you are speaking that you lived through, survived through. But
Mm-hmm.
have you had any type of thing that happened, discrepancies in your anatomy when it comes to your senses, your five senses? Have you had any type of memory loss? Have you had any type of
Mm.
temperature change? Like some people are cold-blooded and hot-blooded, warm-blooded, whatever you want to call it. Have your temperature and your body changed? Like being shot in the head and the brain interrupting that movement, you know what I mean? Has anything like that changed, experienced anything like that? I don't know. I ain't
Man,
no
great
brain surgeon.
question. Great question. Absolutely, absolutely. I would be lying if I sat up here and say, no, I was completely normal. No.
Mhm,
There was definitely a recovery stage for me. And even though physically, all 10 fingers worked, all 10 toes worked, arms working, legs working, all that good stuff. But on the mental side of the game,
Mm-hmm.
it was a different story.
Mm-hmm.
Memory was really tough for me. In the beginning, it was really tough for me. I found myself forgetting things a lot more than usual. Let me say it like that. How I combating that is I started playing memory games. I
Mm-hmm.
started doing different things that strengthen the memory and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Reading more, all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of reading, my reading was affected too for some
mm,
reason. It was like
Mm-hmm.
when I don't know. Afterwards, I would try to read something, and I'm like, "What? Why is this looking like Chinese right now?" Like, I don't know why the
mhm,
words were
right,
like jumping around on the page, and I couldn't explain it. I'm just like, "Okay, I can't be a whole adult out here, and I can't read," you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I had to give myself grace.
mm,
I had to give myself grace because I did go through something, you know. So
Mm-hmm.
how I really got over that is just reading more every day, reading out loud, really getting around people that I can trust, to help me practice that
Mm-hmm.
too. And to be honest with you, it's something that I'm still working on
Mm-hmm.
every day,
mm,
Mm-hmm.
so it's my physical is completely fine, but my mental still in recovery mode, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
mm.
Well,
Wow,
God
thank
definitely got this.
you.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
just it's just like walking as a child, just like crawling into walking into, and sometimes you just got to take yourself to that again, because we're gonna
Yes.
eventually, after a certain time, you start going a little bit backwards into that little world
Yes.
of, okay, we're getting a little older, we got to do things a little different, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But with that being said, you sound good and you look great,
Thank
and
you.
Yes.
you got this, you got it.
Yes, and I'm
Mhm,
working on it every day,
Yes.
and I appreciate people like y'all, who are just so encouraging, because it's embarrassing to
Yeah.
even say something like that I
mhm,
was struggling with reading, but something that it taught me, just going through that horror ordeal, is
Yeah.
there's no shame in my game, like, for real.
Right.
That I'm
Right.
not. If I want to cry, I'm gonna cry.
Yes.
Like, if I
Yes.
feel some type of way, I'm gonna be very honest and upfront about my feelings,
Yes.
because time is too short and it's
That's
not
right.
promised to anybody. And you never know when your time is up. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
stand on it today. How I feel, where I'm at with it, exactly where I need support, exactly where I don't. All of those things
Right.
I'm very boisterous about. Because it's time out, for playing mind reader, or
That's right.
not speaking in double tongues, and you
Mm-hmm.
saying one thing but you mean another, or you just fronting, trying to make yourself feel like it's something else. No, it is
mm,
what it is. And
Right.
hey, either I'm in a safe space to express it and we can work on it together, or you let me know it's not a safe space and I can go elsewhere. And it's
Right.
okay. Either way is
Right.
okay.
Yes. Yes.
Mhm.
Mm.
mm. Thank you for sharing that supernatural, Zay.
Ashe.
Yes.
Absolutely, I say. Do
Mhm.
you have any last questions for our guest today, Mimi?
No, I don't want to talk anymore. I feel like I'm gonna break down and cry for her. For her and with her.
Don't start, Mimi. Look,
I'm
try.
just saying.
Right.
I'm just saying. Oh my gosh. No,
Woo.
it's so interesting. It's
Mhm.
interesting. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave it right there. But I love it. I love it. You have an amazing spirit and
Thank
an
you.
attitude, and your aura and everything is just is epic.
Thank you, love. And
Mhm.
I honestly, I come out here every day and I want to be what I want to see in the world. I work on myself every day because if I
Yes.
want to see change, I got to start with changing myself.
Yes.
Like Michael Jackson
Right.
saying, the man in the mirror, woman in the mirror,
That's right.
we got to start with that
Yeah.
person.
That's
So
right.
I can't just scream about, oh, how everything needs to change and my house is dirty,
Right.
so I got to
Right.
clean up my house, which is my vessel, myself, all that good stuff
Yes.
before I even go outside and do anything with community.
That's right.
So it means a lot,
Mhm.
honestly, just y'all having me here, allowing me to share, because this is what it's all about. This is
Yes.
what it's all about. And I know my story can help somebody and let them know that no matter what you've been through, you can always come out on top still. No matter who tried to do what to you, they have no power. They have no power
That's
to
right.
do anything. So no matter who try to do what, still smile.
That's
Still
right.
come into this world being who you want to be. Because at the
Mhm.
end of the day, they can't stop you. They can't.
Right.
No matter
Right.
who tries, they can't even do it. So keep on moving in grace.
I love it. The
Man,
words by
that's for real.
Chineze Mogbo.
Yes.
Yes. I love
Rocking
it.
it. Yeah. So hey, with that being said, again, we're very gracious and grateful for you to tell your story here.
Yeah.
Now, as we end this program, we definitely want to learn more about you because you're a very super talented businesswoman. You do a lot of variety of things. So, can you
Yeah.
actually tell us a backstory about your business and who you actually are outside of being a survivor?
Absolutely, absolutely. I'll start with my first business, which is mobile marketing. What we started that business for is because we noticed that a lot of businesses they needed that support when it came to their digital presence, or their digital real estate. Honestly, so really getting their presence known online. So what mobile marketing does is help them with that digital support that will help them not only find their target audience but also retain those people and boost up their retention levels. So we help them with all that good stuff. Next, what we do is battle wrapped, which is my hair wrap business, where what we do is not only make hair wraps from scratch, we do so and all that other good stuff, but also we teach people the art and the history behind all the hair wraps too. Because different hair wraps symbolize different things, different colors, different nations, different tribes, different cultures. So we want to make sure that we're not lumping them all together, but
Mhm.
we are expressing all the differences between those and teaching you how to do the hair wraps too and what they're for. Because contrary to popular belief, hair wraps is not just, when you're having a bad hair day or whatever. No, hair wraps are for galas. Hair wraps are for working out. Hair wraps are going to the store. Hair wraps is for your date night. Hair wraps are
Mm,
for life.
Mm.
So, and it's also divine protection. So we also teach them the spiritual aspect behind hair wraps too. Next business is Egyptian belly dancing. Shout out to my teacher. Her name is Khalida Khalid. She is an amazing Egyptian belly dancer here in Chicago, and she taught me everything. She's world renowned. She traveled a lot of countries in Africa, and she brought all that goodness back here and taught it to somebody like me. And I just fell in love with the dance. I
Mhm.
really did, because it's a dance not only about sensuality, but
Mhm.
also it's a dance amongst sisters. So it's a
Mhm.
dance about sisterhood too. So I love that aspect of it.
Mhm.
And it's for physical health as well. You'll be surprised how many things you really shake off of you once you do a little shimmy. So
Mhm.
I love the
right.
dance dearly. I really do. What other businesses did we say on that? Oh, how can I forget? Weaving the Thread Healing Experience. That business was actually birthed from the incident that happened to me
Mhm.
with the
Mm,
gunshot. What I found is that there's an actual name for what I was going through, which is called traumatic brain injury. So when
mm,
you get a TBI or traumatic brain injury, that can affect you in different ways. And sometimes you don't know what's going on, or you may not even heard of the term before. Mostly it's used with people who participate in things like boxing or sports or football, because there's a lot of head movement or head injuries that go into that. But something as simple as falling off a bike when you were younger, or hitting your head some type of way, or a gunshot, can cause a TBI. So what I did is I created this space where people can express themselves, share their stories, and also talk about the healing remedies and healing modalities that they're going through to help them with what they're going through. So not only do we cater to people who have TBI, but also PTSD, because what we also found is that PTSD, honestly, every Black person in America has PTSD in my eyes. Just being Black in America is traumatic sometimes, and no matter who you may be and where you came from, no matter if it's from the hood to the suburbs, you experienced something that made you uncomfortable, or you seen something that made you uncomfortable that sticks in your head to this day.
Yes.
So all of that is traumatic, and all of that needs to be spoke on too. So we focus on those two areas and put together a lot of healing events around that, a lot of panels, a lot of things that can help people through those traumatic times. So, and outside of all of that, I'm actually a director for a non-for-profit called Ignite. And what we do at this moment is we help young people who are experiencing any type of homelessness, who need help with housing, clothes, food, shelter, jobs, any of those things, from the age as young as 10 to the age of 25. We help them find housing. We help them through their situations. We do have a drop-in center, which is on 56 East 47th Street, which is roughly 47th and not Jeffrey, excuse me, 47th and Michigan. And what we do is we help those young people in all of those different ways. So if you know any young people who might need that type of support, please let them know that they can reach out to ignitepromise.org, and we got you. So that's just a little bit about me, just a little bit.
No, absolutely. And I don't know, did you mention the WVON?
See, thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Yes, I'm also a radio personality on WVON, where I co-host with the Sister Africa Porter, where it is called Solutions Only, where we not only bring the problems of the solutions to the table, but also different, the problems of the community to the table, but also the solutions of the actual problem. So we are firm believers in we are our own solutions. We don't have to look outside to see who's going to save us from this. We are the people we waiting on. So if all of us stand up and take that same mantra, we can get through this thing together.
Amen.
I love it.
Amen.
See, I thought I had a lot of things going on. This is see, she really excites me for that reason. I love it.
You, love. And there's so much more, but I know time is winding down. But all around, I'm just saying I'm a help to the community. I'm a Black girl from the South Side of Chicago that's seen that there's some changes needed to be done in the community, and I said, why not me? So I raised my hand and I volunteered to do it.
Yes, you definitely need to have a Chineze.com.
Yes, you
and put all of it on there, okay?
Agreed.
Look for me and you shall find the light in every way. So, yes, I love it.
With that, thank you for that, sis.
Absolutely. You are a blessing to the community. And how can people follow you or find you if they want to connect with you? What's the best way to contact or attention?
Yes. So you can either reach me on Instagram. I'm on Instagram as supernatural_Zay. That's ZAYZ. It's a purple picture. You cannot miss it. And or if you're on Facebook, you can go to Facebook and put in Chineze Mogbo. Same name that's right here on the screen. You put Chineze Mogbo in and I will pop right up. There we go. There I am. So go ahead and look me up. I am here. Reach out to me. I'm always down for collaboration. For me, it's always collaboration over competition. So if you're trying to collaborate, come through. I'm here for it. Let's get this work done.
Yes.
Amen. Amen. Thank you so much for that, Supernatural Zay.
Of course.
Thank you so much for being our guest. Real quick, Mimi, could you please tell people how they can support and find you on social media if they'd like to connect? And thank you
You
for being
can,
here as my invited celebrity co-host.
yes, thank you so much. At MIA Entertainment Group, spelled all out, at MIA Entertainment Group on IG. On Facebook, Mimie Acosta, as it's spelled, MIMIE ACOSTA. Or just Google Mimie Acosta and my world comes up. Just get at me however. You'll reach me.
Okay.
Okay, right. Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you so much. And myself, all I need you to do is press the little bell and subscribe today to I Said It Management on YouTube because this is where you'll find all of my live programming. We up to about like 4 or 5, I don't know. And we got number 6 coming real soon. So I'm just grateful that we just completed another great episode of Scar Tissue.
Yeah.
This is actually episode 5, hence 2025. God
Mhm.
is good. You know what I mean? And it's
Yes.
just such a pleasure to start the year, both Mimi and I, with doing this show with
Yes.
yourself. You are someone who's more than just a black girl for the community. You are a blessing to the
Yes.
community. And just great for you. And may God continue to just watch over you and all your family and friends.
Ashamed.
And I'm just really grateful for the our friendship and what we can build, you know what I mean, as we network. And hopefully
Mhm.
you can be doing some Egyptian belly dancing at my upcoming tribute to women event. We're gonna talk about that. I just had to put it out there because that would be love. That
Yes.
would be
Absolutely,
love.
brother. I got you. Just let me know. And I want to thank you both for having me on. I truly appreciate it.
Thank you.
No, thank you for your
Yes.
time again. May you have a
No
blessed
problem.
day. And if you need anything, I'm here. And and Mimi's another new friend now. So
Yes.
Ashay,
We
hey,
shall
sister.
connect.
Yes.
Yes.
that's right. Thank you so much for your time. Blessings to you, and just keep in touch. But I'll be at you soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Great story.
Very good story.
Yes, inspiring, man, inspiring. And also make sure you all get y'all battle rap by Chineze today,
Mhm.
because I said it
Yes.
that way. I just love that name, battle rap. Like that is supreme marketing. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Talk about supreme marketing. Seeing how we in Chicago, Derrick Rose just opened up a pop up roll shop. Being Derrick
Yes.
Rose, now he has a roll shop in Chicago. Like when it comes to marketing, it's all about marketing. We love marketing, Mimi and I,
Mhm.
Mhm.
and obviously Chineze Mogbo, marketing correct. So this is what
Mhm.
we do.
Yeah, I
Yes.
So the
can't
whole
wait to
battle rap
support that
thing.
brother. Like, man, I can't wait. Cause I know, look, that's the best thing he could have did for Chicago. Open up that shop, you know the people coming.
Right. And it's about, giving people their flowers. Like,
Yes.
man,
Mhm.
like the dude's genius and you're a
Mhm.
genius and Mimi, you're a genius. You know what I mean? I love
Thank
this.
you.
The people
I'm
that
gonna be
God
in
is blessing to
Chicago.
do it right.
Look, I get jealous. Y'all be talking about Chicago so much. I'm like, you know what? I'm leaving Atlanta. I'm coming to Chicago.
Just come when it's warm. I
Listen,
will say that. Come when
Yeah,
it's
no,
warm.
no, definitely, definitely. I think it's gonna still be a little bit cold in March when I get there, right? I said it.
nah, we're
It
gonna
should
say
be
that it's gonna
okay.
be good. I'm gonna claim
Okay.
because that's what my event
Okay,
is.
we gonna
My
claim
event is
it.
in March. Yeah,
Yes.
so I'm
Ashay.
already claiming 73 degrees.
Ah,
Ooh,
that's beautiful right there. I love
okay.
it.
Yep,
Yes.
that'd be good. T-shirt weather.
All righty.
Yep. But yeah, thank you so much. I'll talk to you soon. And again, if you need anything, please don't be shy. Just reach out. I'm here as support. Please, anything I can do to help Shanae.
Will do.
Yes.
Thank you
Likewise.
so much.
Okay. Just anything.
Appreciate both of y'all.
Yes.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you all for tuning in again
Mhm.
for Scar Tissue Talk Show this 81st and third Thursday of the month.
Mhm.
So I need y'all to tune in 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that would be 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm sorry, I don't know what the other time zones it would be. Y'all can Google that. But otherwise, my name is I Said It. This was Mimi, and this is Chineze, Supernatural Zay, aka. Peace to y'all. Thank you. Have a great day, everyone. And Happy
Bye.
New Year, too.
Peace,
Let me throw
y'all.
this up. We in 2025. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Woo,
Yep.
Happy New
Yep.
Year.
Yes.
Yeah. Happy New Year to you, Chineze. Happy New Year, Mimi.
Happy New Year. I said it.
Yes, same to
Thank you,
y'all.
thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, talk to you all soon. Blessings.
Blessings.
Wow, that was so powerful. That woman is just special. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
she is.
Super special.
Anybody
I
that
love
makes me cry is special.
that.
Okay. She is an
Man,
amazing young lady, honey. I love it.
unbelievable.
I
I
love
love
it.
it.
I look forward to connecting with her. She's amazing. She did something for my spirit. I love it.
She do something for me too. Like
Yes.
that was just such an inspirational story. We've had so many great guests on this show, and I'm
Yes.
grateful that you was hearing the experiences with me because this is what's going on over here. And
Yes.
man, we've had so many great guests. And again, if you would like to tell your story, if you have a physical scar and you would like to tell your story, we welcome you. You don't have to be famous. You don't have to be a celebrity. You don't have to be a business genius or anything like that.
Mhm.
We want to celebrate you, remind you that you are also beautiful. So again, whether you may have be a survivor of a gunshot or a burn survivor or what's something else, Mimi, anything of that nature when it comes to scars, like surgical scars, like there's so
Yes,
many different scarring, right? You can
there
be born
are.
with scars, and obviously Mimi was a guest, and you spoke about your scars, some of your
Hmm.
scars, and I thank you for that.
Yes.
So yeah, just hit me up. I said it management at gmail.com. And in the subject line, just type scar tissue.
Hmm.
So with that being
That's it.
said, let me always end this program. I'm sorry, with just showing a couple of flyers because we're doing a whole lot. We stay busy. Mimi and I stay busy. But I'm grateful to connect with actually tomorrow. I'll be live on Instagram, right? And we're going to
Hmm.
be talking about Black relationships. Y'all never heard me openly speak about relationships. Obviously, I have a show called From Her Point of View Talk Show, which for women that speaks about relationships, but y'all ain't never heard it from me. And I'm going to actually be speaking very candidly and openly and maturely, professionally and respectfully about relationships in the Black community with my
Love it.
friend, the one and only Divinity. That's D1V1N1 to the TY out there in New Jersey, and she invited
Yes.
me to be on the Necessary Creative. So thank you, Queen. And I'll be on her Instagram. So just go to D1V1. It's at the top. I'm not gonna keep saying that. Y'all can read it. So just look at
It's almost like a tongue twister. I love it though.
it's at the top. I know she gonna. There's a tongue twister. Um, as you all know or may not know, every last Sunday of the month, I'm here with Mimi, and that's Food Chronicles with Mimi, and I said it. And
Mhm.
can you give them a real quick briefing on what that show's about, Mimi?
Man, look, it's all about great food. It's about sauces, seasonings, anything that you have going on in the kitchen, honey. We just want you to bring it. So if you are
Right.
interested in being a sponsor, if you want to be on the show, if you want to just talk about whatever it is that you're eating or you're drinking, what's in your
Yeah.
plate, cup, and what?
Yeah. What's in your bowl?
Bowl.
That's right.
Yes.
What's in your bowl? What's on your plate? What's in your cup?
What's
Straight
in
like
your
that.
cup? Yes. So always, you can
Last
always send the
Sunday.
message to I said it management at gmail.com. Again, that is I said it management at gmail.com.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Always a pleasure.
Yes, thank
And
you.
actually, for those that don't know, they're gonna learn today. Today is actually the last day to be able to sponsor your page in the first issue of From Her Point of View magazine. From Her
Yes.
Point of View talk show is something that happens every second and fourth Tuesday, hosted now by both Giselle and Lily the Goddess. Mimi
Mhm.
was there for season 2, very supportive, and she's now the brand ambassador along with Lizzie Smith. But and then we had Deasia kick it off with Lily the Goddess for
Mhm.
season 1. But everyone is on staff, and we're going to be celebrating on the front cover Renata Nicole, who is just a very, very super underrated talent here in Chicago. You know what I mean? So I'm grateful for that. But if you all would like to be sponsor page in that magazine, today is the last day. Tomorrow's the
Mhm.
last day. And it's going to be released on 111 because that's my favorite number, 111. I love it. Or any series of ones. I love it. So
Yes.
that's what's going on. Let me see. This again is from her point of view talk show cover. If you all see that, that's every second and fourth Tuesday comes on, and
Mm-hmm.
that's a show about relationships with women, hosted by women, only female guests.
Mm-hmm.
March the 8th,
Mm-hmm.
yes, we're gonna have an excellent early spring fashion show, and I'm claiming it's gonna be 73 degrees on. Hey, notate this. I said it. 73 degrees is gonna be on March the
March
8th.
8th.
I'm claiming it in the universe. Yes, March the 8th. It's going to be a nice day. Y'all need to come out, experience the fashion show. But what it's about is, we honoring women. And the first one of the five women that we're honoring, this is the one that's released when it comes to the honoree, and that's Miss Dr. Pamela Blackman. I'm so grateful that she's going to be there and bringing her team with her supporters, and just come out and celebrate all the Black women in the community that are being honored for 2025. There's five of them this year. Right
Mm-hmm.
now we're at 11 under ISAIDIT management, and I'm grateful to even say that we've crowned at 11 extraordinary Black women since 2017.
Mm.
And I'm just ambitious to, just keep going, and God is good to give me the strength and fortitude and everything it takes to do this event, because it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yes. Yes.
Believe that,
I
for real.
bet.
Um, Let me see real quick, in support of my friend. She has a great women's event that she does where it's just a ton of, you see all those women on there,
Mm-hmm.
Mimi. All
Yes.
these women is going to come to perform, and this is something she does. This is part five, and her name is Lisa Kitty. And so she's a super talent, famous, a legend, local legend here in Chicago. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? When it comes to
Mm-hmm.
the music, and man, you know what I mean. Y'all should gonna learn more about her. But she has an event that I'll be attending. So make sure y'all come out and support the ladies. And then before March 8th, just one day before then, March the 1st, we're kicking off Women's Month with this right here. And as you see, Lisa Kitty once again, and you see Giselle. And so
Mm-hmm.
actually, we're doing my first singing competition, Mimi. I couldn't help but to do it. I got to do it.
Yes.
The spirit told me to do it, so I'm going to do it. And it's called 10 Tones Down. Might sound like 10 Toes Down, because
Mm-hmm.
that's why I was inspired and influenced from 10 Toes Down. 10 Tones Down is going to be 10 contestants, women only, because it's
Mm-hmm.
Women's Month, celebration of Women's Month, sing competitions, and we're going to include the person that's going to win. We don't know who it is. We have three judges. The other judge is hidden right now. She'll be revealed soon, but we're giving away a media package, a really dope media package, by the
Mm-hmm.
way. We're giving away an engraved award, right? And $350. I was about to say 350,000. Wait, pause. I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. I'm trying to get 350,000. But no, we're gonna give away $350 cash.
Mm-hmm.
And it ain't cash app I'm talking about, because sometimes when you do digital, it seem like it's fake. No, we gonna have 350 cash in hand that we're gonna put in your hand, real money. And yeah, we want you to feel it. It's about tangible things sometimes. Some tangible ain't out of style. So
Right.
with that being said, come out and support if you'd like to be a part of that event. Go to ticketleap.com and just put in I said in management.
Mm-hmm.
It'll come up. I promise. Or just contact me if you know me like that. Hit me up. Or my number is 219-801-1322. And that's all I got to say today. Support I Said in Management by subscribing to my channel on YouTube. Thank you so much. And you better support Mimie Acosta, the legendary. And thank you so much for today's guest, the one and only, super talented marketing genius, and the beautiful Chineze,
Mogbo.
supernatural thing. Yes, she was just awesome, and this is the reason
Yes.
why we're here today. God's the reason, supreme reason why we're here today. But she was the reason why we came together today, in support of just, what I mean, hearing her story, and what a story inspiration she is to the
Yes.
community every day. And just like, man, if you missed this episode, you definitely need to rewind it. You need to share this out to all of your family and friends, because that's what it's about.
That's
Each one
right.
teach one, and we're gonna learn today
Yes.
here on another episode of Scar Tissue Talk Show. Yes, and blessings be amongst everyone. Blessings be upon you. And this is what I always end the show with, because this is our rumba. I'm out of breath. Mimi, I'm out of breath. This is my
This is
annual
I
event
said this is I
backdrop.
said it's backdrop. Okay, this is the backdrop
Thank
of
you.
backdrops.
Help me out. Help me out.
No, you're
Let them
fine.
know what they're looking at. Let them know.
They're looking at an amazing backdrop. Okay, these are all the sponsors, and this is what it is, guys. Make sure that you get a hold of I Said It Management at gmail.com. Okay, be a sponsor of the show, be a sponsor of I Said It. Get on the backdrop. It's little or nothing. You will be surprised. This backdrop makes it everywhere. Wherever he has a
Yeah.
function, you will see this backdrop. Your business will be, you'll definitely get, look, I can't say enough of it. Okay, because I said it does it. He does it in a very big way. And I can't wait to get in front of him. Okay, so I can let the world know how much of an
I love you,
inspiration he
Mimi.
is at everything that he does, because he is all about marketing everyone, and people just don't understand the cross branding and the cross marketing that he does, and he's amazing at it. So sometimes when you don't even think that your logo is being shown somewhere, you're sleeping, and next thing you know, somebody's calling,
Right.
talking about, hey, I saw your logo on this whatever show or whatever it is that we're talking about, and you just don't know when it's going to happen for you. So
Right. Right.
yeah,
Absolutely.
there
Thank you
that
for that,
way.
Mimi. You I love you so much.
Love you
But
too,
yeah,
babe.
and actually, that banner that we just showed, well, picture, but it's actually a physical banner, will
Mhm.
be there on March the 1st for our singing competition. 10 tones down. It will be in the building. It will be in the building March the 8th for Tribute to Women event tour, which is
Yes.
also the early spring fashion show. So you're going to continue to see this. You will be promoted, and it's from September to September. We started in September, it ends
Yes.
September. But real quick, if you would like to be on our new event backdrop coming up for March the 8th for Tribute to Women, you need to hit me up. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? If you would like to be a sponsor, if you like to be a vendor, then you need to hit me up, because we do have vendor openings. Bam, you see it. We do.
Yes. So make sure you guys send
And
an
that's
email to isaiditmanagement at gmail.com.
yes, absolutely. But thank you so much for everyone's time today. God bless you. God bless you, Mimi, for
God
everything
bless you
that you
too.
do in the
Thank you.
community and entertainment world and everything. For me, what you do for me, I love you.
Thank you.
That's
Love you
all.
too.
Salute to you all day, and salute to Chineze Mogbo, aka
Yes.
aka Super Jose.
And salute to I
Much
said
love.
it.
Y'all gotta support. Y'all gotta support.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
All right, peace. Talk to y'all later. Love.
Peace. One love.
Peace. And if anybody asks, I said it that way. Pinkies
That
up
way.
season.